My first actual visual encounter with the Bigfoot was in 78 when I come out of High Alpine Lake. I'd gone in there fishing. Something was tearing a log apart. And I had seen bear scat, so you do become careful because of the bears, grizzlies, and the blacks. But walked up on the road at 50 yards, it's not a bear. It was right walking on 2 feet. It stopped and looked right at me. That face, that body is burned in my mind. And from that on, I've always wondered, what the hell did I see? And then I look back at my trap lines, the times I've spent in the mountains. Unusual things would happen that I couldn't explain. Bird sounds, animal sounds that weren't real. I was an avid hunter, trapper, and fisherman in western Montana. So I know the woods, I know the animals. I've hunted bear, deer, elk, mountain lion, antelope, and all of it. Birds too, but that's what really got me thinking about, what am I seeing? What am I starting to encounter? I'll give you an example of something weird that happened. I'd gone into a new area. I parked the truck and walked in. I'd gone about 5 miles. I got turned around. I got lost. But I have sense to sit down and think about it. I got up and there was a game trail. It was like an arrow on the game trail pointing a direction. So I followed it. Periodically, there was an arrow. I come out within 15 feet of the truck. Those arrows directed me to the truck. What put them there? There was nobody in there. These are the things that make you wonder, what are we dealing with? Mother's Day weekend this year, I went back into the Swan with my one daughter, and I was in there 11 days. That's when we found the scat, which I sent out to the 4 labs for DNA testing. They come back as an unknown primate. Yeah, now we have, on the group, we talk about evolution of species a lot. Human, animals, mammals, the apes. And I've always said that Bigfoot is an unknown primate that has evolved. It's evolving, just like we are. We are evolving. Where are we going to be at in 100 years, 200 years? Bigfoot is a separate total species from the giant apes. This is a very intelligent animal, and you can't discount it. You see so many people look at pictures and say they're fake. Do they have a degree in anatomy? Dr. Melbourne with the footprints. He's a professional. He knows what he's looking at. Those are the guys that come out and everybody says, well, it's fake. It can't happen. It does happen. There's always that chance. Yeah, there's times I go out for 11 days at a time, set my base camp out. We find nothing. All it takes is that one thing like the scat. Now, as soon as I get the tires on the front of the motorhome, the new tires, I'm headed to Browning, Montana to get with one of my Native American consultants. I'll be in the field with him for 11 days in 4 different locations where there has been Bigfoot activity. I'm totally convinced, beyond a reasonable doubt, we are dealing with a highly intelligent, evolved primate. I estimate about 7.5 feet. When he turned his head to me, he had protruding eyebrows. The nose was kind of flat. The lips, mouth was wide. I could see lower fangs. Hair off to the side of the face, not so much on the face. A grayish black look. The eyes were black. The teeth were definitely white. He had bits of wood all over his coat. Long hair. The hands were bare. The feet were bare. And he went up a bank that takes me forever to get up in 3 strides.
Wow.
And then there's the one in the Bob Marshall. I worked with an outfitter as his base camp cook. A beautiful Indian summer here in the mountains of Montana. I'm sitting out on a stump watching a pine marten. I look up on the mountain on a game trail and I heard elk come out. Cow elk. You could see them. They turned around and left, walked out on that trail. It was not a bear. He was walking upright. And this one, I'd say 9.5, 10.5 foot tall. There's no doubt what you're looking at. I asked the game warden, and he just laughed with my outfitter. The game warden come in, and the outfitter told him Ken saw the big guy. The game warden started laughing. They're seeing a lot in the Bob Marshall. The only access you have is by foot or horseback. They did at a time allow mountain bikes. I don't know if they do anymore. So you're getting back in a wild area. You get up one of those trails, you're going to get lost. It's a place. I've been through the Bob Marshall party 4 times on foot, a dozen times on horseback. So I know the Bob Marshall well. We do have a lot of old mines because Western Montana was mining for silver, gold. So there is still a lot of these old mines, which I'm sure Bigfoot is using. Old trapper cabins, miner cabins they use for shelter. Now we come across X's, teepees in different sizes. Some I think is a juvenile mimicking an adult. It took me 4 days to do 5 pages of structures I come across. So when I do a field research and members show up, I pull the chart of the structures to be looking for. And that includes fish traps. They will build fish traps. Another thing, a trap line, after I got out of the military, I ordered all my trapping supplies. I run a winter trap line up in Gold Creek, which is off the Blackfoot, outside of Missoula. It's about 10 miles into the bridge. It was an area you could camp there. And I used called modified Alaska trails. And one side of the line was 10 miles, so I'd snowshoe it, set traps. At the end of there, I had a place I'd stay underneath the big blue spruce. Then I'd set along Gold Creek for beaver and muskrats. I got supplies to come back and run my trap line. I come up one of my traps. The head of a coyote was still there. The body was gone. What took it? Bears are hibernating. No mountain lion tracks. The tracks that were covered, I'd estimate at 14, 15 inches.
Wow, yeah.
And then when I come back through the stream side, my beaver traps were destroyed, pulled out, and I used 330 conibears. You can see the beaver fur, but no beaver. Something took those beaver.
You're listening to the Cryptid Creature Show with Todd and Brian. We're glad you're here, and we hope you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to visit our website at www.cryptidcreatures.net. By becoming a member, you'll get access to exclusive videos, members-only episodes, early, unedited, ad-free releases, and even a shout-out on an episode. Join us at www.cryptidcreatures.net, and thank you for supporting the show.